Clutch closers. What are the two most important words in the human language? The first one's easy. The second one you might not guess. The second one you learned as a kid and you used it over and over and over again. It was the answer for every excuse you gave your mother. Why did you hit your sister? Because. Why did you eat that? Because. Why did you do that? Because is the answer to everything and every excuse you ever gave your mother. Why'd you do that? Because. Well, why'd you do it? Because. Well, why'd you do it? Because. Well, why'd you do it? Because. Because can be the answer to everything. Because stimulates an automatic response out of people. It's kind of like that deal when they come and they say, I'm just looking. It was the same thing for you when you were a kid and they ask you something. You said because, but how do we use that to be clutch in the close? How do we take that and use it to our advantage? That automatic response and understanding of because. Well, a lot of people, a lot smarter than me, started working on this stuff way back in the 70s. You can look and Google the power of the word because. You can look up Ellen Langer. She was a professor at Harvard University in 1978 that started all this and wanted to understand the reasons for the words and the power of because. And because works out in two ways. If you want to do something simple, you're out on the lot and you need to go inside and get the keys. I need you to wait right here because I'm going to go get the keys. It may sound simple to insert the word because, but because stimulates that automatic response. Saying because means something a whole lot different than I need you to wait right here, I'm going to get the keys. Inside someone's mind, because is an automatic response. They understand. They understood it when they were 4 years old. They understand it when they're 30, 40, and 50, and 60 years old. Because is still ingrained in our subconscious. Or maybe you need to step the game up a little bit. Your payments are $100 more than exactly where you wanted to be because you told me that you wanted sunroof, because you told me that you wanted leather, because you told me that you needed a third row seat. You understand how because is working? Because is ingrained in every one of us. And that is only the second most powerful word inside the human language. The number one most powerful word you can ever use, and believe it or not, it takes more practice than you think, is a person's name. Jimmy, Brad, Elizabeth, Mary, Susan, Carl. I'm telling you, you're out there watching right now, clutch closers, and I just said your name, and when I did, your ears perked up. If you want to get somebody's attention, you call their name. If you want to pull them back into you, you say it by their name, and their name is what pulls them to you. I can understand you, Mary. I can understand you, Mr. Jones. If you're going to use people by their first name, you need to ask for permission. Remember, you're a clutch closer. This is professional. If they introduce themselves, my name is Bradley Smith. Well, yes, sir, Mr. Smith. Do you mind if I call you Bradley? And by the way, I'm going to be taking a few notes while we're here. I'm going to write that down so I don't forget it. If you're like me, you probably forget names, don't you? My name's Brad, by the way. I put a picture of my wife on my business card so you know where your money's going. So how do we learn how to use people's names more? Listen, you're going through all the time. You come in contact with people every day. When you go through the drive-through, guess they probably got a little name tag on. Look at it. Call them by their name. If you want to see them, they immediately will address you completely different. When they hand you your bag, thank you, Mary. They turn around. They immediately address you different. When you're going through the checkout line, James, it's good to see you today. Automatically, they think, I wonder if this guy knows me. I must know this guy. He knows my name. They don't even think about the fact they got their name tag on, because you know how many people use their name during the course of the day? Almost zero, which immediately elevates you to a different level and automatically starts training your brain to use people's names. Use people's names, call them on a first name basis. You come in contact with people every single day at every point in your life. Most of them, when they're working, have name tags on them. Bring them in, pull them in, you'll bring them in. When you're talking to somebody inside of the close, Mary, I know this is a car that you want. You told me that you wanted a vehicle with leather. You told me that you wanted a sunroof. Why don't we just go ahead and put the car buying experience behind us, James, so you can start enjoying the vehicle that you want? You see how I did that? You worked their name in. You see how kind of buttery smooth it just kind of velvetly rolled inside of there, and I slid their name in, but I immediately pulled them in to me, and I pulled them into what I wanted them to focus on. When you think about it in your life, who uses your name? Is it people that you don't know? Or is it people that you know? Is it colleagues at work? Maybe it's Maybe it's fellow church members. Maybe it's some kind of social club you're a part of. Those are the people that use your name, people that you know. When you use somebody's name, you automatically start associating yourself with those people, their friends, their family, and mentally you start becoming a more trusted person. This is kind of Jedi, isn't it? Using somebody's name? That's one of those Jedi tricks we talked about earlier when we talked about using labels, and labels is very strong. There's a link down below to the video on labels. You want some strong Jedi stuff? That's it down there. Oh, and I need you to click the link down below. See where it says subscribe? I need you to click that right there. I need you to click that little bell over there in the corner so you can get updates, because you are more of a clutch closer, and because you want to be more clutch. You have goals, aspirations, dreams, things you're trying to achieve. That's why you hit the subscribe button. Learn how to use people's names, because that is clutch.